Hi everybody, Ryan Townsend here with Berserk Custom Paint. In this video we're going to focus on black and gray. This will show you basically how to gain pretty close to photoreal with a black and gray kind of tattoo-y style painting. If you want to see how I got it to this far right here with my mask and my transfer, refer to my airbrush transfer technique video, which I'll link you to in this video. First thing we're going to do is I have made a white with just a couple of drops of black in it, and this is what I'm going to work my whole piece with. It's almost pure white. The gray is very faint, and I'm going to work all her face with this color and build from there. I'm going to slowly add more and more black to my mixture until I get to completely black at the very end, which I'm only going to touch here and there. I've already cut out all my outlines, because in this one, which I don't normally do, I don't normally mask everything off, but because I need these sharp edges to gain that tattooy look, I've already cut out with a razor blade all of these outlines, and then I'm going to peel them away as I go, and then freehand after it's all been peeled away. I think one thing that people mess up on a lot when they're doing this is they get too big of a hurry to see their picture take shape. So let's say I'm working like, you know, her face, and it looks real milky and you can't really make it out, and I still have 4 or 5 layers to go. People want to jump ahead to the last layer, like they want to add black in it too soon, and what they do is they end up blacking everything out and you get a really splotchy look. So patience is key in using this technique. You know, let your picture let your picture come to life slowly. It'll happen. The more patient you are, the better your result is going to be. So, well, I guess let's just get started. Okay, I like to start with the eyes normally, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Even though I'm using a gray, we'll work the whole piece as if it was its final color. So you'll see what I'm saying. Alright, what I'm using these really tight, really small strokes, drawing her eyes. Since I'm using such a light color, most of this is going to be covered up, but I'm also building a texture at the same time. You hear me say that a lot of my videos, building a texture. That's key to try to achieve. We're not looking for that airbrushy look that most people think of when they see an airbrush job. They think, soft focus, real airbrushy looking strokes. Well, when I build texture, I'm using these little bitty tight little lines and drawing the shapes of her skin. Like, everybody's got texture in their skin, so I'll actually draw that with my lines, really tight strokes. Instead of depending on my overspray to achieve my shadows, I draw them in. That's why I'm using gray and not using straight black. And our end result will look very real. It won't look like I airbrushed it. Alright, so I have worked everything in this really light gray shade. You probably can't even see it on the camera, but this is the part where normally people start getting a little ahead of themselves. They want to add too much black too quickly. They want to skip ahead because they want their picture to start taking form, and they want to see it right now. When painting in this style of black and gray that I'm teaching you, patience. Your picture is not really going to pop until the very end, but if you're really patient and wait for it to happen, your end result is going to be awesome. You're going to love it. Okay, now I'm going to take the gray that I already have in my mixture, and I'm going to add just like 2 drops of black to it. 1, 2. That's it. And we're going to do another layer. Each layer, you slowly work back into your darker spots. So I don't have my reference for you to see it because it's on my computer, but I'm just finding all the darker areas, and as I darken my mixture up, I just get further and further into the darks. When I make it to black, I'm not even going to be touching any of the rest of where my grays are with my black. So you'll see it when I get there. Alright, now that I've gotten it this far, what I'm going to do is erase away some of my highlights. This is just going to help give it some texture. Alright, now I'm going to add even more black to my mixture. Once again, when adding black, be very conservative. 1, 2, see, that was 3 drops. That might have been too much. Alright, I want to talk about something right here. It might look dark because now that you have all these really light grays, just know that when you start heading into those darker colors, everything is going to lighten up. So everything that looks dark now will almost disappear later when you add those darker colors. That's just part of it. That's building that texture. You need that stuff to be underneath, because you'll be able to see it through your later colors. So like I said before, don't get ahead of yourself. You know, don't try to skip ahead. Just be patient and let your piece, let it take its shape as it wants to. This is straight black now. I've reduced it down quite a bit. I'm going to add some of her eyelashes. That's going to push everything way, way back when I do this. And you're going to see a huge jump in this picture.